Hey, what's going on? This is AtechieinCHRIST here, and today I want to talk about my adventures with this iPhone 15 Pro Max. The iPhone 15 Pro Max, yeah, I kind of drank the Kool-Aid a little bit. I was watching these YouTube videos talking about the iPhone, talking about how cool it was. And if you follow me, you know I've been rocking the Galaxy S23 Ultra. So right now I got both phones here, and I'm gonna talk about my experiences with having both. What's the things that I really love about this iPhone 15 Pro Max, and what's the things that I miss, and hopefully I can get to kind of trying to explain why, as a self-proclaimed minimalist, I have two phones. All right. So first, the things that I like about the i15 Pro Max, they are it's very comfortable. When I'm holding it, you can see my little hand position. Uh, my hands just feel bigger on the iPhone 15. It's a little lighter, so that's one of those cool things. To be honest, uh, I used to just use the iPhone 12 mini, and I had that sitting in my pocket as my second phone. And the reason why I kept the iPhone around, one, just so I could test the new features. I didn't want to be accused of being a fanboy, even though I'm a self-proclaimed fanboy at times. So I try to be platform agnostic with that. And the big thing is the connectivity. The connectivity is bar none with the iPhone. So let me start you off. I have a Roku TV at home in my main bedroom. So in my bedroom, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night because wake up early and I read my devotions. After I get through reading my devotions, sometimes I'm still kind of amped up, so I try to watch a little TV. And when I'm watching TV, I don't want to wake my wife up. So one solution they have is to use the headphones. You can connect it to your phone, and you can listen privately to your Roku. When I click on my Android and I try to find the device, sometimes when I load it up, every once in a while it'll say you can't find the device, and then it's trying to wake the device up, and I'm just having trouble connecting. As soon as I pull out my iPhone, it connects right away. I don't know what's the case. I'm not an engineer, but I could just tell you real world experience. I believe most people listen to my channel because I kind of give you a real world experience for like normal people. I'm a techie, but still a pretty normal guy. I'm a teacher by trade. That's the background. But the iPhone connects to my TV right away. Second part, when I'm leaving out the house, I noticed when I had my S24, I got the August smart locks. And with the August smart locks, I try to leave the house and I try to close the door. And I was using Samsung things. I don't know if you can see on the camera, but I got those Samsung things there. And when I click on the Samsung things, click on my doors, it has trouble connecting, trying to get through the internet or everything, or Bluetooth. The connection is weak. On my iPhone, I use the Home app right there in that top corner, and I could just press security door. It opens and closes right away. My regular door, it opens and closes right away. So those things that um, just make the iPhone stand out. The connectivity. And maybe it's a stronger Bluetooth signal. I'm not sure. And I'm sure you probably heard when you're using Pay. I don't use Samsung Pay, so maybe Samsung Pay is better, but I do use Google Wallet. So I got the Google Wallet app. So sometimes when I try to scan it across the NFC, the Google Wallet kind of connects slow. But when I'm using my Apple Wallet, you double click, Apple Wallet pulls up, and and it goes right away. Apple Wallet pulls up and it goes right away. Um, Payment just works just like that. So I'm assuming the Bluetooth and the NFC is just better. Get a sip of coffee. Just the better connectivity with those things. So opening doors. So when you're using smart home devices, it connects much faster with the Apple. Um, and when you're doing the payments, it works best with the Apple. But the iPhone 12 mini solved all those issues. One thing I wanted to get into was like the home kit and stuff. Uh, I wanted to get the level locks eventually, and I was figuring that'll work. Also, let's talk about. Let's move on to the next little thing. I don't have any fancy transitions, so let me transition to both of them on the screen, and then move back. On the side note, y'all look at the sizes. The sizes are comparable, so that's pretty cool. That's how they both look when they're off. Let me show you the always on display. You can't see it. Just a pro tip, I kind of blacken out my always on displays because I try to black them out. That way the battery can last longer. So that's one of those things. All right, so then I put the little red on there so that, because the red light is better for your eyes when you're trying to sleep and things. So I put that on there so it doesn't wake me up at night. Cool things. I made a little video short. I'll be honest, I do love this little animation screen at the top. One cool thing, so like when I put on Spotify and let me play it. I started playing Spotify. Hope I'm still being recorded. And I close it, it shows at the top. I love that little animation. The animation is pretty cool, how you can see it there. And so you can see the volume going, and you got the little headphones connected. I thought that was pretty cool. I can't get the mirror display. I thought that was pretty cool. Even when you got the screen off, the always on display, it got it playing there. So that's pretty cool. That's the user interface things. I made a little short when they had the little display. It had the scores of my team, on my fantasy football team. I was winning that week, so I really wanted to show that too. That was a little humble brag, but well, not so humble brag. But the little island, the display island, looks pretty cool when you have your fantasy scores going, when you got your music playing, when the alarm is going off. All those things is pretty cool. I'll be honest, the dynamic island is pretty slick. Now, Apple made a big thing about this little button here. I'm not that impressed because on Android, on my Samsung, if I double click it, go into the camera anyway. And then if I hold it, it go into Bixby. With Apple,
I couldn't find a contact named Egg. Who do you want?
With Apple, you press that special button and it goes into the camera, I believe. Maybe not. It's live demo. You see how functional it is. I'm pressing the wrong button, that's why. So that's the camera when you press it. So it's not that big of a deal. I mean, you could do that on Android all day. But I guess it's cool to make you feel like you're doing something different. I keep my phone on silent, which most people should do. I agree. MKBHD was saying like everybody should keep their phone on silent because you can feel it vibrating in your pocket. Then if you got a watch, your watch will tell you somebody calling. So there's no need to have your audio on anyway. I don't get why people's phones are still going off, especially like at church and stuff. People's phones still going off. I'm like, what are you doing? So that was one of those cool things. Dynamic display. Trying to stay focused here. The feel of it, the Bluetooth connectivity, and the NFC connectivity, which is good. Basically, it has better radios, and the better radios make the phone feel great. Now, admittedly, I'm platform agnostic, so I go between a MacBook and then I have a gaming PC. So I got a MacBook at work, I got a gaming PC at home, and then I use the Galaxy S9 Ultra as my tablet of choice. So I use Chrome as my default browser. Now, back in the days, one deterrent with Apple was you had to use all of their stuff. That's a gift and a curse. The gift is everything works together with Apple. The curse is sometimes they used to keep you in this walled garden. But Apple has been opening up, so I love it because now I can use Chrome on my Apple as the default. So don't let that deter you for my Android users. You can use Chrome and it still sync all of the websites. You can still get all your stuff together, your bookmarks and extensions and all that stuff on either device. So I can use Chrome on either device. That's great. As far as iMessage, I've been spending so many years, especially the past couple of months, really going strong on WhatsApp. I don't get it why Americans don't like WhatsApp. I guess that's the Apple power, but I use WhatsApp on both devices. So now I got WhatsApp. The primary device is the iPhone, and then I use my Android as an extended device. That way I can go between both of them, and I can use that. But I think that should be better for a different video or later on when I talk about how I use both phones. But that's good. But the iMessage, it is kind of cool that my group messages not all broken up into different strands. I hated that with the Android. To be honest, that's the only thing that Apple really got on Android is that iMessaging and the AirDrop. Uh, so those are the biggest deterrents: the lack of AirDrop on the Android and the iMessage. But I've been using Android so long, I haven't used AirDrop that much lately. I have shared contacts with people, so that was pretty cool. I'll be honest, that's a little slick. Like you can just point your phone at somebody else's phone, and then it just trade the information. I thought that was awesome. Some annoying things. This little bugger here, switching between my phone and my MacBook. Even making this video, I was trying to use my headphones as the mic, and it all got all messed up. So that's kind of annoying with that. But the good thing, when it works, it works. My Samsung does the same thing. If you got all Samsung products, when I have my Galaxy Buds, I can switch between my phone and my Galaxy S9 Ultra. So that's a pretty cool thing. Other reasons why I got this iPhone. One big thing is superficial. This thing looks pretty. I'll be honest. It's so smooth. This titanium thing is smooth. I don't even use a case. I know I'm risking it all. I don't use a case because it just feels good in my hand. I feel like if I'm paying $1,000 for something, I want to be able to feel it, So I want to feel that I got something different. So I like the feeling of it. That's really smooth. It feels good in your hand. Nice rounded corners. It's only like an inch, quarter inch smaller than, or centimeter, I can't remember. It's only slightly smaller than the Android, but it feels so much smaller, like in your hand. It feels more comfortable. So that's one thing that I do like. Face ID is pretty cool, being able to log in. I actually use Face ID on my Android, and I'm so used to I swipe up anyway when I'm in my phone, so it's easy to get to the little thumbprint. But I use Face ID on here too. But the Face ID on the iPhone is better. Logging into apps, it logs in much faster. When you're going into apps, like it pulls up the passwords much faster. It's so many choices on Android. Sometimes they take a while. They don't know where to get the password from. Then I gotta do the Touch ID to log in on the website again to authenticate. So that gets kind of annoying at times. The other thing, this is for teachers out there. So if you live in this managed platform world where our school, we use like Google Apps and we on a Microsoft platform with the one key sign in. When you use Outlook on an Android, they want to create a separate profile. So you have a work profile, and then you have your personal profile. And all the apps that you use, it's going to be either on your work profile or your personal profile. Now, on one hand, it's good because you have some separation. So when you're using apps, like if it's like a little work icon on the side, you know that you're under the work profile. Let me see if it show up on the screen. You see it got the little business things next to it, like little briefcases. The problem is sometimes you forget what profile you're under, so you open certain stuff, it won't work if you're trying to open it under your personal profile. So you basically got to make two of the same app for everything if you do the same type of stuff on your personal and your work life. Because I use Google on a personal level, but then our school use Google too. So we got to duplicate things. Now, on iPhone, everything is in one app. So when I check my mail, I have everything just sitting in one app, and it's the same functionality. Don't get me wrong, you can use the Gmail app on your Android, and it'll pull up your work email. But if you open up files and stuff, and it's under protections. So for instance, you got to be logged in under your school account to open up certain emails and stuff, especially when you're dealing with school work. But on iPhone, you can use the same app to open up anything. So it's a little different. So that makes things easier on the iPhone. Android, you got to kind of be a little tech savvy to know to make two separate apps and to make sure that when you're opening things, you open it up on the right app. But that makes the iPhone, that's the plus in the iPhone category. As far as the cameras is dope. I haven't used the cameras that much. I already had good cameras. to be honest, I can't see that well. So I, that pixel peeping stuff, that don't help. I'm kind of being phony with that. I do that to kind of justify to the wife sometimes, like why I need to buy something new. But the cameras really don't matter as much. But it is very, very clear when you're going through it, using the camera, especially with the 5x zoom. It is much more clear than it used to be. And I love like the 24x, how it do to the 35x. That's a pro of getting the the Pro Max. You get the little extra zoom for the cameras, and it captures light amazingly. One thing I noticed in the daytime, when you have lighting in the room, it seems like the iPhone captures light better, so the pictures come out brighter. On the Android, when it's dark night, like actually, nighttime, like we were on a cruise ship and we was on the deck and it was like looking out into the ocean, it was capturing like the little light from the moon much better. So I feel like this person, I'm sure somebody in the comments might say something different, but as far as my Samsung, it captures midnight light better than the iPhone, but the iPhone captures general light better. So like right now in this classroom, the iPhone does better capturing this light better. So like from the incandescent light bulbs and things of that nature, the Samsung captures, it basically creates light. I shouldn't say create light, but it captures like the midnight, like outside lights and things of that nature. So that's the big differences. And USB-C is a game changer. I don't care. Nobody say, everybody make fun. And I use both, and I do laugh because I have my Android and I got that one cord. I could take it from my MacBook, plug it into my phone, have it charged that way, take it out, plug it into a computer. I love USB-C, and now I can use that one cord and I can plug in both of the phones, and they'll work forever. Now, I'm not about to buy another AirPods. They might get lost conveniently, but I don't want to buy another AirPod case because this is the only one left with this little lightning thing. The new one's got USB-C, but I didn't want to throw away my old AirPod Pros just for USB-C. But best believe next time I buy something, it's going to be USB-C. I guess that's it as far as the iPhone. If you still rocking with me, please like and subscribe. I hope to bring some more videos to you. But let me get to the last part. How do you carry two phones? To be honest, like I said, I just carry both phones because I want to have a well-rounded opinion about things. I want to be like a tech enthusiast that knows the latest and greatest. Sometimes when I drop Android and I go all iPhone, that's when some news come out about the cool things Samsung is doing. Then I feel like I'm left out. So then I drop everything and go Samsung. And then vice versa. Sometimes I get the Samsung and I was rocking everything. S Ultra, bought the tab, bought everything, right? And then iPhone came out and they started talking about the little things, and I got a little FOMO. So I wanted the best of both worlds, and I figured why not just have both. They are not a sponsor. I'm thinking I got to see if I could put a link anyway. They're not a sponsor, but I do get some percentage off if y'all use a code. So I'm gonna put that code below. But with Mint Mobile, you can cheaply just pay for the whole year, and I can have both without a monthly payment. So that's what I do. And then let me pause it. All right, sorry about that. But the last part. So how do I make this work? The big thing is I use WhatsApp. Like I said, I got the code for both programs. I'm able to use WhatsApp. Let me see if I can pull up. I wonder, can I pull them up at the same time? I've never tried it at the same time. Oh, cool. So I could pull it at the same time. I don't want to mess up anybody up. No privacy stuff, but I got WhatsApp pulled up at the same time, so I could text on either platform. The message to get to me no matter what phone I use. So that's good. Spotify as well. I can use Spotify on both. So whatever I'm listening to, I can plug and play with that. So that's great. And then, like I said, Mint Mobile allows me to have both phones activated. Mint Mobile was $15, and I could pay for the whole year. So on my birthday, I had a big wad of cash, so it's like $200 some. I just put that in, and then that paid for the whole year. I ain't had to worry about it no more. My monthly payment is actually on Xfinity. Me and my wife, we paid, each phone is $30, so $60 a month for our two phones. So we probably switch those over to next year. But that's the way I rock both phones. And then I switch and play with the watches. Right now, since I'm testing out the iPhone, I've been rocking the Apple Watch with the AirPods, just because it makes it easier. All right. If y'all got any questions, if there's another video you want to see, please comment below. Till then, peace be unto you, my brothers and sisters. God bless.